G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back on farm. Apart from that handful of ewes here that are broken out, things are looking pretty good. I've just had like 5 days away at the west coast, jet boating. The recovery is it's underway. It's going to take a wee while, but we'll get there. But yeah, back into it. So today we've got to get these. There's 3 here and there's 2 more in there, back in there. Put another fence up beside this one because we're going to put another mob of sheep right here. Oops, there's one of them through. That's good. And yeah, get that under control. Sarah, my wife, has done an awesome job. I don't think she realises how much trouble she's got herself in now, because now I know I can bugger off over winter at any time, and she's got things under control. But anyway, let's go and get some stuff done. There we go, that's all that set up. So we've got 2 fences here, 3 metres apart, so they can have that break when they need it. The other ones can come in here, and then once they've had this break they'll go down and start working that way, and those ones there will go to the other end, start coming back this way. Well guys, it's the next day. Come to check these girls yesterday. See, there's still quite a bit of feed there. Yeah, there was a lot more there yesterday, so I decided no, they can stay there another day. Feeders actually still got a bit of baleage in it, but meh, it's alright. We'll get these girls on the move today, get them over to where we were yesterday. We're in a spot of bother, but it's a good problem. Don't think we're going to get all our Swedes eaten. I've got options. I can try and sell them. It's painful having someone else's stock on your property. There's a biosecurity risk there, and it's a hassle. You don't know how long they're going to be, and you don't really want to set guidelines or rules around how long they can be there because you want to get paid. I can turn the cattle off the feed pad on them, which is the most feasible option, but I don't really want to do that because if it gets really wet, there's a whole issue. The whole reason why I haven't had cattle on crop this winter is what they do to the soil in wet weather, but it's an option. Or we can just plough them under, which I really don't want to do. I really don't want to have ever done that in my life, but it's not the end of the world. It's actually quite an interesting thing for the soil because you bury a huge amount of feed, and that feed essentially is soil food as well. It's vegetation. So we'll see, but what is it today, the 10th of August? So if the next 2 weeks are wet, it'll all disappear anyway, and we'll be wondering what the hell we're talking about. But it has been quite a mild winter, so it's been a very average winter. But anyway, let's have a look around this paddock. Got Steel and Slim out today. Been a wee while since I've had 2 heading dogs working together, but really looking forward to that. So here's Todos, they're heading to their new break. Hoggets are right there. So they're going to be on this paddock till middle of September at the earliest. They're pretty happy, they got shifted yesterday. That mob over there, they got shifted 4 days ago. And sorry, I'll see if I can hold my phone steady zoomed in. There's quite possibly still 2 days on that break. There won't be, they'll get shifted tomorrow. They've got all that above those wheel tracks tomorrow, they'll get. And then everything below that fence I've got to shift out, and it's frustrating. But we're going to do it. They can have that buffer zone, not the grass buffer, just the crop buffer, for another break. So they could still have 10 to 12 days there. They're only supposed to have really 8 from today, but it's alright, we'll get things sorted. Excuse the Hunterways barking in the background, but this is cool. Old Slim here, he's just been behind them, keeping them going. They always come in here and run back this way. Whoa, way back there. And having wee Steel, I just pop her through the fence. I haven't even given her a command. Haven't even given her a command. And woohoo, save some work. Oh, I love the control 2 heading dogs on a mob of sheep gives you. Look at Steel, out. Steel, out. Steel, look at Steel, out. Steel's still just a wee bit standoffish. Look at Steel. There we go. Looking a lot better than expected. There's some light ones in there. This girl's not where I want her to be. Don't get me wrong, but we had a pretty tough season, so you got to think these things were only born 2 years ago. This is their first time in lamb. pretty happy with them. Had a discussion group a couple of days ago, which is just a group of farmers and an independent consultant sort of comes in. He's quite a good guy too, and sort of go and have a look around everyone's farm and see how everyone's getting on. And yeah, I thought my turtles looked like shit, and still not happy with them considering the season I am. Hang on, we'll get them moving a wee bit. There we go. We'll see if they keep moving this time. Yeah, so everyone else's turtles, apart from one guy who thought his were really skinny and they're as fat as can be. Everyone else is in a pretty similar position, and yeah, I thought theirs looked good and they thought mine looked good. So just goes to show sometimes it's just good to go and get a bit of a different perspective, see what other people are up to, because when you're looking at your own stuff, it's easy to get down about it. You go and see that everyone else is in the same boat and they think your stock look good and you think their stock looks good, and you think, well, maybe we're not in such a bad position after all. Girls making their way around the bank quite nicely. You'll have to excuse the jerry can sitting there. I had the Land Cruiser up at the start of winter. You saw in here I did the big skid because I couldn't get back up the hill. That was on the back and I thought, it's full. I'll leave it here in case I'm running short of fuel one day, but we've planned better than that. Old slung's getting old. Right, I better get a move on. So those girls are just heading up. Or as you can see that dot on the hill there, that's an electric fence reel. Gonna go that way, around that. I think having two hidden dogs, this will be Steel dog. Look at Steel. Where is she? There. She's gonna make my life a lot easier. She's hopefully gonna be the new mainstay. An old Slim over there, who's getting a bit old and tired. Still goes alright. Just when he does full days he gets really cranky and doesn't listen, and I don't know. I'm still convinced he's going blind. He can see. Might be selective sight or something. I don't know. But anyway, he can still come and help out a bit. But yeah, I think we'll be relying on this wee girl to do most of it. Apparently she's really good at catching ewes at lambing times, so that'll be handy. Slim can do it, but older dogs don't enjoy it. So yeah, been a very stress-free morning shifting stock, which hasn't happened for me for quite a long time. There we go, on their break. Beautiful. Quite a big grassy area in here that we didn't cultivate because it was a bit steep for the rules. I think we could have done it. We definitely could have done it, but rules didn't really allow us. Watch that fence, Slim. Fence has got power on it, dude. Yeah, so they're not going to get baleage in there for this break. Next break will be down there on that. But now you see all this through here. It's not a huge amount of crop, but when those girls over there are finished, where are we? Over there somewhere. That other mob we looked at earlier. These will come off crop, and that other mob will come here, which will be down there, work their way that way. Those ones there are going to work their way that way, and I don't think we're going to get it all eaten by the 1st of September, which is scary. These girls have been on crop, yeah, all these ones, everything but the hoggets, since roughly the 1st of June. If you go back and look in my videos, you'll be able to correct me as to whether that was late May or early June, but sometime around the 1st. And it's going to add up to 92, 93 days on crop for everything, which is, well, pretty much everything. Triplets and a handful of lights, and the terminal ewes didn't go on for till a wee bit later because they're cleaning up a few banks, but there's a long time on crop and it's working. I'm concerned there might be some things come from it later on, but I don't know. But yeah, if it does work, it's an awesome setup because it means the whole farm, because we do grow a little bit of grass through winter. The whole farm's got time to grow for winter. Just has a big spell, all the grass paddocks. And when we spread out, every paddock will have decent cover in it. There'll be a few that'll be a wee bit grazed, and we can just put less sheep per hectare in those paddocks. And they have a chance to grow as the season progresses. But yeah, if it all goes to plan, this could be awesome. We could also get a massive snowstorm in the middle of lambing and wipe out half our income for the year, but that's beyond our control, so there's no point worrying about that. Just pulled the wires up for these girls here too that were up beside them. So that's that mob, Browie. There, that we've just shifted in there. There's the other mob beside them. It's going to be a little bit dicey. Don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep very well at night because all I've got separating them is that little strip there. Should be right, eh? So I had a wee bit of a change of heart, guys. I'm going to give those two to some balance. So I'm just over here grabbing the feeder. We've got a stupid amount of baleage on farm. Huge amount, because last season we made 360 odd bales, and to get through winter we need 250, maybe 300 at a stretch. Anyway, I've got 2 tubes open. There's 3 tubes in total left. The one that's not open has 75 bales in it. I kind of want to get rid of the 2 open ones. I don't want to close them up because it does work, but it's not an ideal scenario. I don't want to say I just want to get rid of the baleage. I want stock to eat it. If they're going to eat it, we're making money from it elsewhere. We've got more feed elsewhere. Hopefully grass, hopefully not more seeds. Anyway, yeah, so we'll see how that goes, because if we still have 75 from last season, that means realistically probably, look, if we make 150 bales, we'd be pretty safe. And it's already looking, and it's too soon to count the chickens yet, but it's already looking like we're going to be making baleage early, because we've got a heap of grass around. These hoggets have got a heap of Swedes, and their rotation out the back, their grill. No, it's alright, just heard a wee rattle, I thought it didn't sound very good. Yeah, their rotation at the back's already got a fair bit of feed on it, so there's a fair chance by late October, early November, we could be looking at making 80 or 100 bales. If we did that, I would then probably try and make 100 bales of hay as opposed to baleage, but we'll just see how that pans out. As always, farmers are looking way too far ahead, and there's lots of things that could happen between now and then, but you have to be prepared for both ends of the weather spectrum, I guess you'd say, whatever it's going to throw at us. And yeah, I am sort of thinking already about when we're going to make baleage. In August. We're still in August and we're thinking about that. Right, we'll see if we can make this happen. I don't know if we've got enough room here to do it, but I really wouldn't mind. Yeah, I think we'll just shift the fence. You good? They've got baleage. Looks like one mob of sheep, but it is 2, kept separate by a very narrow strip. Fingers crossed it stays that way. So guys, a wee while ago my 3-inch pump here got frosted and cracked, and that thing there got a big crack in the bottom of it. So I have been a farmer and I've experimented with JB Weld. So let's see what happens. So we've got this piece. I'll try to remember what way it goes in. That way. Just like that, somehow. That's us. That goes on there. Do the bolts up. Bolt that back on top. Bolt that back on the other side. Well, I think we're holding water. There's water in there. If you guys can see it. Let's fire up. pumping! Took a wee while, but we're getting there. See, back in, basically not long after the last time I showed you me filling up the water trailer here, we had a big frost and I didn't get the pump drained in time, and when I got here to do it, at like 8 o'clock at night, it was already cracked around the bottom, which is nasty. So I've been filling that trailer up out of our existing scheme that we're replacing with this other one that we haven't got in yet. That flows at a rate of about 800 to 1,000 litres an hour. That's running out of fuel, don't worry. Yeah, 5,000 litres of water on that trailer, 5 hours to fill. This setup right here, it's about 10 minutes to fill realistically, so I can actually bring the trailer here, I can fill it, get it back up the road and not have to worry about how long it's going to take to fill up. Awesome. Woo! Look at that! Now we got water. Yeah! This is going to save me so much time. So that water is vacating that pipe at a hell of a rate of knots because there is quite an air leak here. I'm going to have to get that fixed. Yeah, it's all really cheap, nasty stuff out of... This is an imitation live fan, to give people an idea. Yeah, so I might have to buy something a bit more robust like that for the intake side of it. I don't know, we'll see. Probably not, but it's priming, and that's my main concern. I can actually use it. There we go, rubbish all picked up, and she's drained of water, so it won't get frosted again. Right, let's go check some sheep. Just up here at the unplanned early lambers, and to be fair, they haven't really done a whole lot, so I'm not sure what's going on there. We know there were 3 separate occasions the rams got in, and I guess they'll come in waves, but all your lambs are looking good, so that's the main thing. Anyway guys, I think that'll do it for today, so yeah, bit of an update on what's happening on farm. Everything's looking pretty good at the moment, fingers crossed it stays that way. Yeah, right, we'll catch you next time.